Here we go. To catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Alright, we're gonna get into it. So I actually already recorded this video with terrible audio. And so I actually already now have the tabbed out. So I'm gonna do a cool thing actually. I'm just gonna share my Guitar Pro window, and then I'm gonna open up window of me. So yeah, now we can go through this together. This is some stuff I was working on with my clients, but let's get to the time solo. So I think that's gonna start right here, yeah, because boom, we're talking about this bend, right? So that's the bend. Well, that's the first note. It's an F sharp, D string, and then we got bam 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 bam. Alright, so we were bending up, then pulling off to the second fret quite obviously, and then hanging back to the bend on the fourth fret. Now we do this cool bend on the root, you know. It's kind of risky, tricky business bending on the root, but we do it. Just a whole step there, and you really take your time with that bend. Now we're gonna swashbuckle our way up to the sixth fret, right, from the fourth. Obviously, hammering on and pulling off where necessary, and then back on that root. And then we continue this phrase, right? And the phrasing is something along those lines, right? Bending on the fourth fret, down to the second fret. That's what you heard me sing just there. Seems like that's how I wrote it. So alright, this part we're sliding into the ninth fret. You know, David Gilmour's definitely doing that. Something that's interesting about David Gilmour's playing that made it so hard for me to emulate is the fact that he doesn't do a lot of vibrato. So like on all these bends, he has no vibrato. He just holds he just bang, like is straight on that 10th fret there. Like when he does that full bend, it's on the B note, and that's where it stays until what you don't see is that it's released. So then So same thing here. No vibrato on these. This says a full step, but it's definitely just a little half step. Let me fix that for you. Yeah. So just a little half step there. Now we're jumping up. This is like very obviously pentatonic shape that's going on here. This is a little F sharp minor arpeggio. Yeah, and we're going into this full step bend. Now you don't bend this note. Keep that in mind. You're only bending this one. So like my pinky is staying put. So, and then I'll play the 17th fret again before I release it, as written over here. Yeah. That's what I have written there. So that was that. And then the reason I have 17 here as well as 16 for like all these bends is because, yeah, it's cool to have that little double stop happening. So I do that with my pinky. And it says a full bend. Keep in mind, your 17th fret B string is not moving. It stays put. And the only thing that's bending is the 16th fret of the G string. And then so this should be like a bend and release, but I just kind of like wrote the bend and then wrote the neutral note. So it's kind of like a bend and release. And then one thing that's not written is there's a slide up into this. Another thing here, you definitely hear the release even though it's not written. Right, so. And then a similar lick to the ones we were doing down there. I know this looks like a lot, but I mean, it sounds like this. So basically, I don't even know if David Gilmour is doing this, but I thought it was cool to keep the 17th fret for all this. So if you ignore the 17th fret, we're basically doing a bend and release on the 16, down to the 14, and then you play, it's like 16, 14, yeah, nice and slow. So just imagine this phrase, right? Except you're adding the 17th fret to like all of that. To me, this looks like mumbo jumbo, but when you break it down like that, it makes perfect sense. Okay, and then something that's also appears to be unclear to me is we play the 17th fret here. It's another slide. Like you're sliding up to that as kind of your pickup note before we play the 19th fret bend. And that's 1, 2, 3, bend release, all on the 19th fret. That was right there. Before this arpeggio, which is an E major arpeggio. And this also looks like mumbo jumbo to me. But it's a little hammer on and pull off. That's basically after the arpeggio 16, 17, 16. You play the 17th fret, slide up to the 19th fret, and then play the 19th fret. From there, we're going to hammer on from the 17th fret to the 19th, pull off the 19th, and then play the 17th fret and slide down to the 14th fret. So that sounds like this. And I do like to put some vibrato on there, but again, you'll have to listen, use your own discretion. David Gilmour doesn't use a ton of vibrato, which is super weird. He just bends smack dab on the note, perfect intonation, and he just lets it lay there. So he can do that, so obviously he's going to, whatever he's got, he's going to flaunt. and good on him. But yeah, that's really hard for me because I really like vibrato, and also because it's not in my muscle memory really to do that, and also it's really tough to have that kind of pitch control, you know. So something to work towards, eh? So this is a nice little arpeggio. This whole section is happening over the D major 7 when we switch to the bridge section or the B section. So nothing fancy there. You play those 3 notes, right? And then as you play the 9th fret, you're kind of sliding almost like a grace note. I don't know why I didn't say it before, but obviously these are not the actual rhythmic counts for the music that we're playing here. You know, it's just kind of like easiest for me to write it in 16th notes. Okay, so that would be right there. Yeah, and this isn't too bad, right? This, like, you know, make sure you're playing the notes as long as Dave is for that extra melodic effect. And then we're playing. That's 11, 13. Play the 13th fret again, this time bending it up a half step. One thing I didn't nail in the example was this. I kind of played some weird shit, but I like to, for this, once we get to the 9th fret, like 9, 11, 9, or sorry, I guess it's 9, 6, 9, and then you're sliding down to the 4th fret, but immediately bending up. It's such a cool part. Just make sure to get that, you know. And, you know, we're playing this melody. It's a full step bend. It's a 1.5 step bend, right? So a half step farther than the full bend. And then back to the full step bend. Just make sure you bend all of that, okay? I don't want to hear any of this. Because that's just not it, you know? You hear that a lot with things that are so obviously bent, guitar players. Don't bend, and I'm just not into that, so. I don't roll that, I don't swing that way. I want to fit in. So, yeah, after this full step bend, right? So again, to me, it's like a bam, wow, bend, release, bend, vibrato. Bam, da. And that's the last little lick there that kind of like outlines the arpeggio for E. Yeah. With the addition of the major second as well, so yeah. That's our time solo, and I think with that, it's probably time to subscribe, wouldn't you say? Subscribe, like, and/or comment. Basically, I'm trying to do this YouTube thing and do it right. And today I upgraded my microphone, and with the help of my clients, I think I got the audio. Well, they helped me get the audio dialed in, so hopefully this one wasn't clipping like the first one that I recorded, which is very silly. And hopefully you enjoyed and learned something. I know this is, you know, one of the greatest dad rock solos of all time. So this is like every dad's favorite solo besides maybe we'll do that one next. Hey, if you want me to do that one next, maybe leave a like and or comment and or subscribe. I want to celebrate with you this big win that I had recently, which was some negativity on my channel. And that's always the first step of stepping out of anonymity and into some sort of recognition on the platform. So I'm very stoked about that. And it meant a lot to me. And if you would also like to leave a negative comment, be my guest. Well, with those parting words, I hope to see you soon on the next video. And thank you for watching. Talk soon. Peace.